Hey, I'm Richie from Super Soul, and this is open source. It's a very complicated setup, so we made this video to try to help step people through the process of how to set it up with showing how us actually doing it and talking about what we're doing. So sit back and enjoy.
Along with the physical setup of open source, you have to download certain software libraries. You need Windows 7. That's because you also need the Connect SDK. So you'll need to have Windows 7, download the Connect SDK, and you will need the .NET framework with XNA. Links to where to get all of that stuff is on our site. Okay, this is for the setup of open source. There are 2 stations, and each station has a computer, a Connect, wireless headphones. It also has a monitor, a keyboard, and mouse. The monitor, keyboard, and mouse is just for the actual initialization to run the program to get the game up and started. We chose Bluetooth headphones. We had radio frequency headphones, but there was some static and conflict, so we got some nice Bluetooth headphones to use. And that's it for this part. I think we're going to talk about the networking now. So open source is a networked game because we use a Connect to track each player. We do that by having each Connect connected to one computer, and then the computers talk to each other over the network. You can use a hub to do this, or if they're both on the same wireless network, what we do is we just use a crossover cable because it's a pretty simple and easy way to do it, and we just hook up the computers. Okay, so for setting up the Connects, here is our play area. I don't expect you to go out and buy a net just to test the game, but the game does have a net. The Connects will lie on the center of the net. So to get the Connect up and running, this is the center of our court for one side, one player. Once I have the Connect up, I just run the Connect SDK sample browser, go down to the skeletal viewer, run the sample, and okay, here we go. And then I can go actually move back in front of the Connect and make sure that everything's working with the Connect, and kind of make sure that the play area is defined appropriately. It's 10 feet wide by 8 feet back is what we do. And then just to make sure you have the proper tilt so that the whole body is seen. Most importantly, it's the head, because that's actually what's tracked, but it looks for the whole skeleton first and then gets the head node. So it looks like everything's working good. And next we can talk about actually setting up the game and getting that ready to run. The way that we set up open source is that there's a display that faces away from the court towards the audience when the game is being played. It is player 1's display, and player 1 is the computer that starts the game first. If you're facing the display, so you're facing the court, player 1 is on the left of the display. To start the game, you just double click on open source application. The game will start up. It will first say waiting for game, and then after a few seconds it says waiting for connection. Once it says waiting for connection on this computer, you can go over to what's going to be player 2 and start this one up. When this one starts up, it will have the court, and it will say waiting for player 1, waiting for player 2. On the first monitor, it will say click mouse to begin. At this point, everything's ready to go. The game's ready to be played. Okay, so now that we have everything set up with our net and our Connects and our computers, we've taken the display from player 1 and put it on a desk similar to how we have set it up before, or how we will set it up at IndieCade. We have the headphones from the corresponding player sides next to it, and it says click mouse to begin.
So I can put on my headphones, and at this point it's telling me to step in front of the net, but I want to click mouse to begin first. John has actually already gone over there and set it up. That's why it doesn't say waiting for player 2 anymore. So I'll walk over here. It's telling me to step in front of it. Once I step in front of it, it says welcome to Open Source, and we'll start walking through the process of playing. Okay, so this is the setup with one person playing on the keyboard and the other person playing with the Kinect. This way one person can still get the whole experience with the Kinect, but it's not as complicated of a setup. So you don't also don't have to have two Kinects, because one person can just play with the keyboard. If I really wanted to experience it myself, I would turn off the monitor or close my eyes so that I couldn't just watch, and I would just use the headphones. But since I'm just showing it real quick, I'll keep the monitor on and look at it. So I click mouse to begin, similar as before, except for instead of needing to go out in front of the Kinect and get detected, I can just press space bar, put my headphones on, and it goes through the same process, except for now I just move with the up and down arrow keys to move my paddle instead of moving around. You could both use keyboards actually, and if you really want the experience of the audio, which is not the same as having the Kinect in the body and looking at the other player, but at least to experience the audio, you could just play with two keyboards, two network computers, and don't look at the screen, because that's cheating. Thank you for watching the video. We hope that it was instructional, and we hope that if you do get a chance to play open source, that you enjoy it. Peace.